Top of the morning to you, boys. Might be a little overdressed. I gotta dump my Under Armour. it's a little flat out here, though, as they say in Canada, dude, or cold, I guess. But that's the beauty of winter fishing. The only problem with winter fishing is it's very hit or miss. You know, you can smash them one day and smash bigs, and then you can come back the next day and your pattern is absolutely dead, like totally still water. And that's what I've been suffering from lately. So I don't know what's gonna happen today. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. So you're probably gonna see some adaptation, which is literally the golden rule of fishing. But I know they're out here, and I got Bog with me, so he's good luck, and he's wearing the unicorn outfit, dude. Always a good sign. The birds are chirping and flying around. The seagulls are up, and that means the bait's kind of up and dancing around, which means the bass aren't too far behind. I got a range of cold water lures, anything from like a tailspin to a trap to a small jerk bait. Just a lot of things to mimic various sizes of baits. So here's what's going on. These fish are inactive. I can just tell. And that's what's kind of cool with the active target. Yes, you can catch fish off of it, but within an hour, I know the attitude of these fish. I can see them following my jerkbait and literally just not committing whatsoever. Depending on the temperature of the water, it changes like the pressure of the water. So sometimes they'll slow sink, sometimes they'll float up ever so slowly, sometimes they'll suspend. It's just one of those things. It depends on conditions. So I'm noticing when this bait slowly floats up, which is what it's doing, these fish are like, dude, no. So this is not the right way to do it. So for all the trolls out there are gonna be like, bro, you need wire, I can make the perfect jerkbait. Cool. Like, I need to get some wire, dude. Like, don't be an elitist. I don't like that. This is what I have, so I'm gonna show you a mod that you can do when you're on the water if you don't have wire with you and you need a modded jerkbait. I want this bait to slow sink. I took the smallest split shot I had and just crimped it to that front hook. So what's gonna happen is two things. One, obviously the jerkbait's gonna sit at a 45 like that, kind of nose down, and then it's also going to slow sink, maybe a little faster than I want, but basically my goal is to see if these fish react to it when it's slow sinking instead of just ever so slightly floating up. Got him that time. Don't feel super big, but we weighted the jerkbait, and I think that made a difference because these fish won't commit. Not very big, but it's all about signs, right, guys? And that's a little mod that tells you a lot about what's happening. Got him that time. That's a better one. Yeah, got out the trap and something happened. Look out, Bug, look out. Not giant, but dude, she is so fat, dude. Wait till you see how fat this fish is, boys. It is a balloon. And I got him with 2 hooks. Good deal. See how I was a yo-yo in the trap? These fish get so lethargic that like the only way to actually catch them is making them freaking eat, dude. And somebody right there has been eating. That was the little gold. This is like my go-to trap when it sucks, and that's just a gold sergeant. Now the trick is it's a 1/2 ounce, but it's silent, and just yo-yoing it. That was pretty cool. That's a better one. Just popped it out of the grass. I don't know how well he's got it though, because that was 100% a reaction bite. Just gave it a snap. It wasn't even a rip. It's more of a snap. And that joker, I felt him go tick. It was almost like a hair jig bite. Just a little 2-pounder, but we'll take it, dude. It's been a grind. So I'm trying to focus on kind of like shallow points and ditches next to shallow points and kind of the flats that are created. So you can see I have CMAP and Navionics. They kind of show me 2 different things, but the shading sort of indicates, see how there's a point right there and then it comes up and kind of juts out. So the water's a little bit lower, but that's like 7.6, you know, and it just juts out to a very subtle point. Now the trick is on Navionics, you can see there is a ditch right there, if I can get it to shade right. Basically, there's a ditch that comes out of this pocket, and a ditch is just kind of like a creek bed. So that ditch kind of comes out and goes along this point and sort of creates deeper water next to sort of like a grass flat, next to cover, basically. And that's all I'm looking for. I'm running quite a few of those, and it's a numbers game. You know, they're either kind of there or they're not. We've caught a few little ones here and there, but when you get on the right one, life gets right, boy. That's a good one. I saw him down there. That's a big one. Look out, Paul. Ay, come off. Hey, look out. That's a big one. I don't know what it is, but it's big. We got out the little high-tech, actually, this is the cast baits. And we're on this little point, and I turned around, and I saw just a big group of fish, and I don't know if they're spots. I hope it didn't draw them. What are you? Big freaking spot. No, that's a largemouth, dude. Holy bedoodles. I don't know what that is. It looks like a large one. I don't know, dude. But we caught a big one. I don't know what the hell it is, but that is a girthy gentleman. So we're trying to be open-minded. So, you know, sometimes I'm gonna let her go. You're out here, and that's what we're fishing, you know, the shallows. We're focusing on that. And then thanks to the active target, I kind of turned that way. Let me see if I can show them to you guys real quick. You see, that's one right there. There's another couple right there. I'm gonna spot lock us again. It keeps you open-minded. Like, you're just spinning around, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, those fish are off the break, off the point, instead of on the flat part. So let me make a cast. That's another one. That's another decent one. Actually, that might even be a spot. I don't know what is going on, dude. They're out off the point. Bro, is this gonna be one of those days where we literally catch every kind of fish in Lake Guntersville and we use every kind of bait? Look at that spot, dude. That's a 2.5, 2 3/4 pound spot. Kind of weird. Oh, he had a tag on him. You see that? See the hole? That's crazy. Hey, you follow your bites, right? You don't argue with that, dude. This is the dumbest thing, dude. I mean, like, the last thing I expected to do was to catch freaking enormous spots. Dude, that is a 3-pound spot right there. Look at that, boys. I mean, Chunkawampus. I need to go catch a giant largemouth and we'll have a pretty mega bag, but like, this is way too much fun, dude. And I like this thing, this little cast swim bait, dude. This is seriously becoming like a staple of my winter arsenal. Got out the rig and caught a bass. So, a largemouth or spot, though? It's a largemouth. Decent one. It's funny too. You see how he ate the biggest swim bait in there? Some little trick you can do. So basically, I rigged this up all with like 2.8s, and then I put one 3-point. I think it's a 3.8 on there. And, you just kind of give them a little mix so they can kind of select what they want. I got one thing to say. This little swim bait is absolute fire. Dude, I smoked them spots. Even caught that sizable largemouth, like 2.5, 3-pound largemouth, dude. It was an absolute chunk. But I had some fun, and it's cool because this is turning into a winter junk fishing day. I can literally do all the different things I love doing. Throwing the little swim bait, throwing an A-rig, throwing a trap. We even threw a square bill, jerk bait. We got a pretty good bag, dude. We got a 4-pounder, we got a 3 and change, we got another one almost 3, we got a couple 3-pound spots. So we got a limit. We're sitting pretty, and I think I could go back to some of those places or find more areas like that. We want to focus on catching a big one, and I think that's going to happen shallower, maybe like 4 to 8. And probably related to a drop off next to a flat, but it's gonna be grass. So it's either gonna be that square bill or that trap, creating a reaction bite, triggering those fish or triggering that one big one. We don't gotta catch a bunch, we just wanna catch one big one. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's fucked. It'll look a little better one if you don't come off. I was just flicking the bait on through, dude. That's Fatty Bo Fatty. He's all angry and he come off. Bog, what are we doing, dude? We needed her. Oh, there she is. All right, we gotta wind up. Take her time. Got a little pod going on. This one ain't coming up. Oh, he's not that big. Get. He come off too. What the hell? Well, all you can do is cast again, right? Got a little line. That's a little better one. He's right in front of the boat, dude. Get in here. Get in here. Just picked up this mini jerkbait and I lost one on a trap. Actually, I lost two on a trap. And I've seen a bunch of bait on my forward facing. And I'm super shallow. I'm like 3 or 4 feet deep. And there's just a pile. Let me show you guys. You see all the bait down there? There's a bunch of bait. Let me turn it a little bit more there. See how there's bait all through there? And there's fish just scattered through. What do you say, Bogster? You ready to go home? Ready to wrap this thing up? As you can see, the sun is setting. We're going to wrap this thing up. Epic day, dude. Like, seriously, epic day. Like, sometimes the videos are a grind to make. Today was fun, let me tell you. We caught spots and largemouth. We caught bigs of each and caught them on a million different baits. Highlights of the day, we'll run through the baits and we'll wrap this video up. Try yourself some of this modded jerkbaiting. This 110 split shot is not the way to go. You want to have wire, but that split shot, it worked for me this morning to kind of get a feel for kind of the mood the fish were in. But get some wire around there. The cool part about that is you can make your jerkbait do different things, the slow sink, you know, the slow rise. The other thing is you can get like a 110 or a shallower running jerkbait to run quite a bit deeper. You have to sink it down, but I have watched Jacob absolutely smash them, modifying his jerkbait and tweaking it, and it's something I need to learn more about, and today was a first step to kind of do some of those mods and play around with it. The highlight of the day for the bigger largemouth, it's this guy, and it's still kind of a secret, dude, and that's the Thunderhawk Sergeant. It's a lipless crankbait, but it's super subtle, has very rounded body and no rattle, dude. It's a silent trap, basically, and this is a 1/2 ounce. I also threw a Zuri, the Rattling Vibe, and that's in 5/8, a little bit heavier. I did that around the edges that kind of tapered down. So we caught some spots, and we caught some big spots. I swear by like a little ball head, dude. And I know everybody throws it, but the reality is for like noodle dicking, kind of like what we did today when we saw him off the point, it's absolutely killer. I can make very short, accurate casts. I can keep it above the bottom for those suspended fish. And we use that cast swim baits. This is that newer swim bait. Coolest part about that is the durability. You know, when you find them, you got like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, they're active. You get them fired up. We got them fired up. They ate that swim bait and I didn't have to replace it. I still love my Kitex and I'll still throw them, but in that situation, it was perfect to have that cast bait on because it lasted, dude. The durability was huge because I could keep making those casts, keep those fish fired up, and keep catching them. We caught a bunch. We caught some big spots, dude. Not what I was expecting. Epic day, though. Thank you guys for coming along and hanging out, and really, thank you guys for supporting the channel. I love doing this. I love fishing, and I love sharing that passion with you because I know you hold it as well. Hit that like and subscribe button. Support the channel. We will see you back out on the water talking fishing, doing fishing, all kinds of fishing, and petting my dog. Tight lines, guys.